Okay, so I'm approximating about 15 to 20 feet was where I had the problem, I think. Okay. I need to grab a rag, sorry. A lot of times when you put the camera head down you get some dirt on the head and you can't see anything. Just give me a minute. So peaceful out here.
This is very quiet. My father said it was so quiet that he was wakened by the bird song.
It's so peaceful. Wow. Besides the car.
What?
I said besides that car. Can you see? Okay, so there the pipe changes from the black pipe to the green. Can you see?
Yes. And it looks clean.
So far. There's our problem. There it is. Look at that. Huge root. Look at that.
Oh.
Huge. It's covering 75% of the interior of the pipe.
Now what are you going to do?
Well, there's, and I mean it's a big one. What you're going to need to do to repair it is probably dig it up. You're going to need to spend money.
Where is it? And
I'll locate it now. We'll locate it. Let me get my locator. Now look how big this thing is.
we're going to
Wow! Wow! Look at that. Look at that. Wow! It's broke. It looks like it's broken the whole pipe. Wow! Take a picture of it so your son can see it on the. No wonder I couldn't get past it. Look at it. It's like a tree inside of the drain.
Alright, now
Let's locate where it is. Hopefully it's not in a bad place to dig, you know. Jet the roots out, you know, for $750 because they grow back. So whether you want to, it can last a couple months, give you peace for a couple months. But you know, the $750 you can put it towards the repair.
Well, it's taken 2 years for them to get there. It should be near the fence. It should be near the fence. Here's the outlet, and I think it goes down here. I remember it.
No, it's here. I mean, I don't know where it's going from here, but okay, here we are now. Must be turning. Must turn.
It does. It has to go
Yeah.
to Hillside. You see Hillside
No,
Drive?
I'm saying turn from there. I thought it went straight down.
No, this way and
So here we are now. Here's that major route. The pipe's broken under here. The pipe's broken under here.
what are we going to do?
You've got to dig it up if you want to fix it. Wow, it's deep. Oh, wow. There's a couple of options. Remember I said to you earlier when I came here, I was curious why they didn't put the clean out there. Now I can see why they didn't. Because the drain doesn't go there. The drain comes here. There was nowhere for them to put them. They had to put them there. They could have put them here maybe. The drain might be here on the other side. That would have been a better place. But be that as it may, it is really deep, and how are you going to dig here? It's nearly impossible. It's 5 feet down. You have this wall over here. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to jet it out, no matter what.
I don't know what that is.
It's a hose. We have
high
on
power, high pressure.
on a big machine, and it shoots a high pressure thin sprays that are very powerful, and they cut the roots out. Snakes can cut the roots out. People think they can, but they can't. We're going to have to high pressure jet it to remove all the roots.
How can we do that? Can your machine get here?
Well, we can park the machine in the street. The hose can come here. It goes 300 feet.
I see.
So the hose can come here. We'll have to cut all these roots out. Then we are going to have to put the camera back down it, okay, and see if we can reline the pipe. There's a thing we have, it's a liner. It shoots inside the drain and it makes an epoxy lining, and it coats the crack so the roots can come back in. Is it as good as a new pipe? No. Any plumber who says it is lying. But because how are we going to go 5 feet down from here? It's nearly you nearly can't do it. You know, maybe we're lucky and the liner. Once we jet it out, we can see the damage to the pipe. We'll be able to see how badly the pipe's damaged once we've jetted it out. Then we can determine how to repair this. If it was anywhere else that we could dig, I would say don't waste the money on the jetter, let's just dig it. Don't waste the money. But over here, then you can't dig 5 feet down here. You've got this retaining wall over there. You can't do it.
Well, maybe the pipe is not 5 feet down.
That's what my machine says.
Oh, it says?
Oh, yeah.
How much is this thing?
The jetting's about $750, and that includes a re-camera. So you don't have to pay for the camera again. It includes the jetting, which even though it's expensive, it will cut out all the roots. So it'll be a bit of time to figure out, you know, because we'll have to figure out how to repair this. I hope you can line it, because if you can't line it, you know, to dig this up is an absolute nightmare. Sorry. I hope we can line it.
When can you do this?
Whenever you want.
Well, tonight.
Oh, we can't jet it tonight. We can jet it tomorrow. It's draining at the moment. So, you know, it's a total waste of money sitting here, me snaking it out and charging you more money. You can see why I couldn't get my snake through. It's completely broken the pipe. I mean, look at that.
Resealing it will do the trick.
If you can reseal it, there's certain times you can't. But if this pipe is cracked all the way on the top, and we can dig it open here and get the lining machine in here, it's expensive. I'm just letting you know that if you reline it, then you don't have to worry about digging down there, which is exorbitant. So the ideal situation is jet it out, get all these roots out of there, then determine if we can reline it with an epoxy. It's putting a new pipe.
What if you can't?
I don't even want to think about that. I want to hope for your sake we can reline it. The epoxy liner is as hard as a brand new pipe. The problem is the roots over years will develop. They'll be able to go between the new and the old pipe, but it takes years. In other words, you'll have years of peace, hopefully, if we can line it. I don't even want to think if we can't line it.
Do you want to leave your stuff here and start in the morning?
Well, there's nothing to leave here. You know, the camera equipment's very expensive. I can't leave that here. The snake can't do anything. That's a waste. The roots are so big in there, without a jetter, it's a complete waste. It's like a tree. It's not even like a root. It's like a tree. We've got to just pray that we can line it.
Well, let's attack it.
Yeah. So we jet it out first. I mean, if you can't line this pipe, we might have to jet it out every 6 months.
Well,
which I don't like to do, because when you jet it out, you jeopardize. You always take a chance of breaking the pipe entirely.
I'm wondering if you couldn't, if we can't jet it, we can't seal it, we can't.
No, you can jet it. You can definitely jet it.
But if it breaks the pipe, we are going to have to lay a new pipe. Isn't that?
You have to try and jet it, Mr. Campbell. You have to try. You have to try at least jet it the first time. Because you need to know if you can line it. The only way we can know if we can line it is to get all these roots out of there so we can visibly see, is the liner possible to down there. The liner can go down 45-degree bends. It can go down 90 degrees. The liner goes down a lot of awkward places.
How can we, I'm going to put this rag here. And then you'll know where.
No, you don't need it.
You remember?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because we're going to jet it from here. It doesn't help us to even know where that is. It doesn't even matter right now. The only time that helps is if you're going to dig it up, and if we could dig it, I would say for sure let's dig it up and cut this broken pipe out. How are you going to dig there? 5 feet down with a retaining wall? There's no way. There's no way. I can't even get the camera past the tree to see where this drain goes. Don't freak out, don't worry. We'll jet it out and maybe we can line it from here, and that'll solve all our problems, and you'll have like a brand new pipe. It's a whole look at this place. It's like a jungle. It's a miracle that it's been all these years okay. What I'm thinking is the guys that put this in, I don't know if they told you about that. That's probably been there for a very long time. And that maybe they didn't have the capability of jetting and lining. You know, not a lot of plumbers do.
We've been here since 1984.
But I'm saying a lot of companies don't do lining and they don't do jetting. So all they can do is put these in here for you. Maybe they never told you about that. That's not 6 months old or a year old. That's a long time to be in there. I mean, I told you when I couldn't get my snake through, I was like, what is in there? Concrete? At least the jetting will cut every bit of root out.
For how big a space?
The entire diameter of the pipe, the inside.
But from where you're sitting to Hillside Drive?
Well, no.
How far?
Well, I mean that's going to cost more than $750. Let's take one thing at a time. This is a major problem right here. Let's jet these roots out and then run the camera down to Hillside and see what we're dealing with. If we're dealing with more problems down there, we'll worry about that then. At the moment, this is the major problem. Let's not worry about stuff that we don't have to worry about yet. One thing at a time. Maybe this is the only problem and there's no more problems going towards Hillside.
Well, this is a dedicated